let's dive into The Hobbit.
Sounds good.
We've got excerpts from the book itself, so we're really going deep on this one.
Yeah.
Trina, understand the story, get to know the characters, maybe uncover some behind-the-scenes stuff about how it all came together.
Ooh.
You ready to journey to Middle-earth?
Absolutely.
Always amazes me with The Hobbit how Tolkien blends these like ordinary, almost cozy settings with these just epic, larger-than-life adventures.
Totally. What always strikes me about The Hobbit is how he does that. Like,
Right.
Tolkien blends those ordinary settings, almost cozy settings, with those epic, larger-than-life adventures.
Yeah, maybe you got Bilbo Baggins, loves his comfy hobbit hole.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he's like swept up in this grand quest with Gandalf and a company of dwarves. I find it fascinating that he originally wrote The Hobbit for his children.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, do you think that comes across in the story itself?
I think it definitely adds a layer, doesn't it? I mean, think about the themes of home and comfort that run throughout the book. I mean, Bilbo starts out. He's so attached to his hobbit hole and his routine and his pantry full of good food.
Oh, yeah.
So, in a way, his entire journey becomes about appreciating those simple things even more after experiencing the wider world,
Right.
It's almost like a parent telling a story that emphasizes the importance of home and family.
Yeah.
Even amidst grand adventures.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, and it really I think that makes Bilbo's struggle with leaving home all the more relatable.
Yeah.
Right? He's not some fearless warrior.
Yeah.
He's this reluctant hero forced out of his comfort zone.
Exactly. And Bilbo embodies that archetype perfectly. He's hesitant, even a bit cowardly at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's a spark of courage in him that gradually grows throughout the story. And I think it's that that makes him so relatable and human.
Totally. And we can't forget about the goal of this grand adventure, right? Thorin Oakenshield, leader of the dwarves.
Yes.
He is driven by the desire to reclaim his ancestral home, the Lonely Mountain, from Smaug the dragon.
Right.
There's even this intricate map passed down from his grandfather with moon letters that can only be deciphered under specific conditions.
Yes.
Pretty ingenious.
Yeah, the map itself becomes a symbol, I think.
Oh, interesting.
It represents the dwarves' history, their connection to their lost kingdom, and the fact that it requires special knowledge to understand adds a layer of mystery and intrigue. It tells us that this quest isn't just about physical strength.
Yeah.
It's about wit, knowledge, and this ability to decode the secrets of the past.
So it's like a treasure hunt within a grand adventure.
Exactly.
With, clues hidden throughout the journey itself.
Yeah.
Speaking of treasures.
Yeah.
Let's dive into some of the challenges and encounters.
Okay.
Bilbo and the dwarves face along the way. Early on, pretty sticky situation with some trolls.
Ooh, that scene really showcases Bilbo's quick thinking, I think.
Yeah, because it tracks the trolls long enough for Gandalf to arrive and save the day.
Right.
And we can't overlook the discovery of the elvish swords, Orcrist and Glamdring, hidden in the troll's cave.
Yes.
It's like Tolkien is planting seeds,
Totally.
giving us glimpses of these powerful objects that become important later on, foreshadowing at its finest.
Yes.
Then, of course, you got the capture by the goblins,
Right.
which leads to one of the most pivotal moments in the entire story.
Yes.
Bilbo's encounter with Gollum.
That's where the tone shifts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The encounter with Gollum takes us deep into the darkness beneath the mountains.
Right.
It's claustrophobic, suspenseful, and introduces a sense of ancient evil that's lurking beneath the surface of this seemingly lighthearted adventure.
Yeah, totally. And, not to mention, this is where Bilbo finds the magic ring.
Yes.
Now, while it seems like a simple trinket at first,
Right.
it carries a weight that Bilbo can't even comprehend at this point.
Right.
I imagine our listener is already making the connection to The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, absolutely.
It's fascinating how Tolkien weaves these seemingly small details into the larger tapestry of Middle-earth.
Absolutely. Brilliant foreshadowing.
Yeah.
The ring seems almost insignificant in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yet it holds this power to shape the fate of entire civilizations.
Wow.
It's a subtle reminder that even the smallest choices can have far-reaching consequences.
Okay, so their escape from the goblins is pretty dramatic, too.
Yes.
With the wargs, those vicious wolves joining the attack.
Right.
And then the
Yeah.
eagles arrive.
Yes.
Tolkien he does such a masterful job of balancing light and darkness,
Like,
Hope and despair, just when it seems all is lost, these majestic creatures swoop in and rescue the company.
it's like a classic hero's journey trope.
Totally.
Facing insurmountable odds and then finding salvation from an unexpected source.
Yeah, speaking of unexpected, they then encounter Bjorn, the shape-shifting man-bear.
Oh, yeah, I always loved that character.
Oh, he's so good. Fierce, unpredictable, yet ultimately helpful.
Yeah, what's interesting about Bjorn is how he embodies the wildness of nature.
Okay.
He's both terrifying and compassionate,
Right.
like a force to be reckoned with,
Mm-hmm.
yet he shows kindness to those who earn his trust.
Right.
And Gandalf's storytelling and the dwarves' polite behavior
Yeah.
play a crucial role in winning him over.
Right, because Bjorn despises goblins and wargs, so
Yeah.
the tale of their escape definitely gets his attention.
Right.
It's also important that the dwarves show respect, because
Yeah.
Bjorn is initially wary of them.
Right.
From there, the company enters the foreboding Mirkwood Forest.
Oh, Mirkwood is where things take a darker turn,
Okay.
both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
The forest itself
Yeah.
becomes a character, a place of shadows and secrets,
Oh, wow.
where even the sunlight struggles to penetrate.
That's a great description.
It's a test of endurance, of facing your inner demons, and it pushes the company
Yeah.
to their limits.
And, of course, they run into giant spiders,
Right.
get captured by the wood elves,
Yes.
and Bilbo has to really step up
Mm.
and devise a daring escape plan using those empty wine barrels.
Clever.
He's really coming into his own as a leader, wouldn't you say?
He is. It's a pivotal moment for Bilbo. He's no longer just following Gandalf's lead.
Yeah.
He's thinking for himself, using his wit and cunning
Right.
to outsmart the elves and save his companions. And I think it's a testament to his growth as a character.
Yeah.
This transformation from a hesitant homebody
Right.
to a resourceful adventurer, and it really sets the stage
Sets the stage, yeah.
for the even greater challenges that lie ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That journey down the river, though, it's kind of a bit of a reprieve,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it leads them right into the heart of the dragon's domain.
Right into it.
Lake Town.
Oh, lake.
Nestled at the foot of the lonely mountain,
Yeah.
becomes a crucial setting.
Oh, I always thought Lake Town was fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
They depend on the lake for their livelihood.
Yeah.
Yet they live in the shadow of this, fearsome dragon.
Totally.
And they give the dwarves a mixed reception, right?
Exactly.
Like, you have some who see them as these potential heroes
Yeah.
who could rid them of Smaug.
Yeah.
But then you have the master of Lake Town.
Right.
Who's more concerned with his own power and wealth.
Right.
He's very skeptical of the dwarves.
Yes.
Almost afraid of what their quest might disrupt.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
he's a great example of how Tolkien
Yeah.
explores the corrupting influence of power.
That's true, even in this relatively small community.
Yeah.
You see the same themes of greed and ambition that play out on a grander scale in The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's
It is.
a reminder that evil doesn't just reside in,
Yeah.
fire-breathing dragons. It can exist
Right.
in the hearts of ordinary people,
Yeah.
tempting them with promises of wealth and status.
Speaking of Smaug, the dwarves finally reach
Yes.
the Lonely Mountain, their ancestral home.
Right.
It's Bilbo who gets the task of scouting ahead, venturing into the dragon's lair.
He really shows his mettle there, I think.
Oh, he does.
Absolutely. Armed with his sword
Yeah.
and the ring,
And the ring.
he faces his fear and steps into the unknown.
Yeah. It's a classic David and Goliath scenario.
Yeah. Totally.
This tiny hobbit
Yeah.
facing a creature of immense power.
And he manages to steal a precious gem, a cup.
Right.
He even gets a glimpse of the sleeping dragon.
Talk about a close call.
Talk about it.
That scene is so brilliantly written, I think.
You can almost feel the heat
Yeah.
of Smaug's breath.
Oh, yeah.
The weight of his ancient slumber,
Yeah.
Bilbo's smallness, his vulnerability
Mm.
are emphasized in contrast to the dragon's immense size and power.
It's wild.
But even in this terrifying encounter,
Yeah.
Bilbo manages to maintain his composure
Right.
and escape with a valuable piece of information.
Of course, Smaug is not happy when he discovers the theft.
Oh, no.
His attack on Lake Town is one of the most uh, devastating moments in the book.
It's a scene of utter destruction.
Yeah.
Tolkien doesn't shy away from depicting the consequences of Smaug's rage.
Right.
Lake Town, which represented safety and community,
Yeah.
is reduced to ashes. And it's
Oh, that's
a
sad.
powerful reminder that even in a world
Yeah.
of magic and wonder, there are real dangers
Yeah.
and very real losses.
Yeah, and yet, even amidst the chaos,
Yeah.
there's this glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
Bard
A skilled archer.
of Lake Town manages to slay Smaug, fulfilling the prophecy.
Doing it right.
And freeing the people from the dragon's tyranny.
Bard's act is both heroic and tragic.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
he saves the day, but not without great sacrifice.
Right. It's a reminder that victory often comes at a cost.
Exactly.
And even with Smaug gone,
Yeah.
the story's not over.
No.
A new conflict emerges.
Right.
The struggle for control of the dragon's treasure.
Yes, the treasure hoard of the Lonely Mountain becomes a point of contention.
Yeah.
Especially the Arkenstone,
Oh, the Arkenstone.
a precious gem that held deep significance for Thorin.
Yeah, I mean, the Arkenstone, it represents
That does.
more than just material wealth.
Right.
It's a symbol of Thorin's lineage, his connection to his ancestors,
Yes.
and his rightful claim to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
But his obsession with it,
Yeah.
his unwillingness to share the treasure with those who helped him,
Yeah.
becomes his undoing.
It's, this conflict, I think, highlights a recurring theme in Tolkien's work.
Okay.
The corrupting influence of power.
Right. Thorin, who started out as this, noble leader,
Yes. Noble leader.
becomes consumed by his desire for the Arkenstone.
Yes.
It blinds him to reason
Yes.
and jeopardizes the alliances that he's forged.
Right. It all culminates
Yeah.
in the epic Battle of Five Armies.
Oh, the Battle of Five Armies.
It's goblins and wargs
And-
against elves, men, and dwarves.
Oh, right.
It's an epic clash of ideologies.
Wow.
A battle for the very soul of Middle-earth.
I mean, the Battle of Five Armies is such a powerful reminder
It is.
of the destructive nature of war,
Yeah.
even though they ultimately triumph
Mm-hmm.
over the forces of evil. The victory comes at a terrible cost.
It does.
Many lives are lost,
Many lives.
including Thorin himself.
Including Thorin.
Despite his flaws, Thorin does redeem himself in the end.
He does. He does.
He fights valiantly,
Yeah.
acknowledging his mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
and reconciles with Bilbo before succumbing to his wounds.
Right. A bittersweet victory.
Yeah,
It underscores one of the central messages of The Hobbit, I think.
Okay.
The idea that even the most stubborn hearts
Yeah.
can change
Yeah.
Thorin's journey is a testament to the transformative power
Yeah.
of forgiveness and redemption.
Totally. And Bilbo,
Bilbo.
after witnessing all of this,
Yeah.
returns home to the Shire. A changed hobbit.
A changed hobbit.
He's seen the world,
Yeah.
faced his fears,
Yeah.
discovered hidden strengths within himself.
Holy.
I imagine he's got some stories to tell.
He does. And I think perhaps the most important story he brings back is not about dragons or battles,
Right.
but about the value of friendship, courage,
Yeah.
and the importance of staying true to oneself,
Okay.
even in the face of extraordinary circumstances. That return journey, it's so symbolic, isn't it?
Oh, it is. He walks back into the Shire.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he's stepping back into a simpler time.
It is, but I wonder, you get the sense that while he's relieved to be home,
Right.
a part of him misses the thrill of the adventure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, he's grown so much. He's learned so much
Yeah.
about the world, about himself.
Right.
He can't just slip back into his old life
No.
as if nothing has changed.
Right. The book says he comes back wiser.
Okay. What do you think that wisdom looks like for Bilbo?
Well, it's not just about, knowing more facts.
Yeah.
I think it's about understanding the complexities of the world, you know?
Yeah.
The shades of gray between good and evil.
Right.
He's learned that courage isn't the absence of fear,
Right.
but the ability to act despite it.
Yeah.
He's seen the consequences of greed and the
Yeah.
power of compassion, I think.
Right. And he's learned
Yeah.
that even a seemingly insignificant hobbit
Yeah.
can play a vital role in shaping the course of events.
Totally.
That's a powerful message.
It really is.
Yeah.
The Hobbit reminds us that every individual has the potential
Mm.
for greatness, regardless of their size or social standing.
So we've reached the end of our deep dive into The Hobbit.
Yeah.
What would you say is, like, the most important takeaway?
The most important takeaway,
Yeah.
I think it's the idea that adventure can be found in the most unexpected places.
Okay.
Sometimes all it takes is the courage to step outside our comfort zone,
Yeah.
to embrace the unknown,
Right.
and to just trust in the journey.
It's a reminder that the greatest treasures, I think,
Yeah.
are often
Yeah.
found not in material possessions,
Right.
but in the experiences that we have,
Yeah.
the friendships we forge, and the growth that we achieve along the way.
Absolutely.
The Hobbit is a story that stays with you long after you finish reading it.
I agree.
I think it sparks the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
It inspires us to seek out our own adventures, both big and small.
Yeah.
It's a gateway to the wider world of Middle-earth.
Or-
A world filled with wonder and danger and just endless possibilities.
So true.
And I think it leaves us with this question.
Yeah.
What adventures await us just beyond the horizon of our own shire?
I love that.
Yeah.